Hi, and welcome to Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, movie, TV, current event reviews. Today is Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. It's been a few days, actually about 10 days, since I've made my last video, and in that 10 days, I've gotten my first subscriber. Yay! And he goes by the name of DJ Dana G. I want to say thank you for subscribing. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I've been really busy, so excuse the long wait in the next video. We're going to do a small continuation on Miss Carly. And then I want to go on and talk about this movie called Karma that I watched on Tubi. We love Tubi. Okay, on to Miss Carly. It's going to be really short and sweet. Miss Carly, you lied, girl, and you was wrong for rot. We were on pins and needles. We were all rooting for you. And for you to do this, you know you wrong for that. You are wrong for that. Now, as I said before, let's hope, well, not really hope, because we don't want to wish anything bad on anyone, you know. But maybe there's some mental things going on with Miss Carly. Well, obviously so, for someone to do that. But, I mean, Miss Carly, we were really rooting for you. Miss Carly. Oh. Anyway, she's been charged. We'll just see where it goes. You know, Miss Carly. It's just Miss Carly. Really. Miss Carly. I just don't know. I just hope things work out better for you, Miss Carly. Now, moving on. Okay. Karma on Tubi. Awesome. I was mouth open the entire movie. I hate to say, but it was a typical kind of, it was a typical in the hood, strippers kind of movie, but the storyline was awesome. The storyline was off the hinges. The story is about a young woman and her family, of course, living in the hood, and the family was tight, of course, but the mom and dad kind of, sort of, were, I supposedly religious or whatever. So, Miss, what was her name in the movie? Oh my God, I can't think of what her name was in the movie. What was her name in the movie? I cannot think of what her name was in the movie. Okay, her name is Dingy Me. Karma, that was her stripper name. But in and during the movie, her name was Corinda. Okay, and she had a little sister named Brandy, and um, they were having some problems in their family dynamic. Uh, of course, Karma, Corinda, is the older sister, and she was the one that started stripping. Later on in the film, actually, pretty close to the beginning of the film, she introduced her little sister, Brandy, to stripping. And they called themselves Karma and Cash. Sorry about the noise, the feedback. The mom is a woman, she ran a boutique. Dad, he ran a restaurant, which was a front for drug running. And they had a friend, which they called Uncle Marlon. Of course, the dad is a dog, and he's messing with these women, um, and the mother is really no better. Um, of course, it was the typical in the strip club, the dope boy thing, and all of that. Now, where the movie gets good is when the girls have come home from a night of working, and Karma is sitting in the front room. The little sister, she's decided she's gone up to bed. So the father notices that she's up. So he goes into the front room and he's asking her, Karma, what you been doing? Why you up so late? Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. Of course, she lies, because she doesn't want her family or parents to know that she's stripping and this, that, and the other. And the father says, well, you been kind of missing in action, and I haven't been able to spend any time with my daughter. And the time that he's talking about is taboo. Oh my gosh. Jaw drop. The father has relations with Miss Karma. We find out that he's been doing this for quite some time. Sick individual. So Karma has reached a point in her life where she's sick of it. She's had enough. She goes to her mother and tells her mother, Mom, Dad has been having relations with me. And the mom freaks out. She calls her all kinds of names. She tells her she's lying. How could you say that? Your father would never. And she kicks Karma out of their home. The mom then is just, of course, out of her mind, out of her head. She doesn't know what to do, what to say. She's just crazy at this point, which any parent would be if they found this out about their children and spouse. So she turns to Uncle Marlon. Come to find out, her and Uncle Marlon, which is not actually the dad's brother. He's a friend of the father, a friend of the family, so they call him Uncle Marlon. Come to find out, her and Uncle Marlon have been doing the samba. Dun, dun, dun. So they're discussing. She divulges to Uncle Marlon what the dad has been doing. Mr. Curtis with Karma. So they have decided we've got to find out if this is true, what's going on, and oh my God. So they're plotting. While this is going on, of course, Brandy and Karma are still stripping and working or whatever. So, of course, Karma leaves. She's making the money. She can do what she got to do, and this, that, and the other. And Mr. Curtis, his restaurant, so-called restaurant, front for the drug laundering. There's some things, the drug pushing and money laundering, there's some things going on. He's coming up short on the money and this kind of thing, and they're trying to figure that out and work that out and what have you. So during the course of the drug business and someone stealing and this, that, and the other, they have learned, the mother has learned, let's go back. The mother confronts the father. And of course, the father says, she lying. I ain't done none of that. I did not do that to her. The mom is, of course, asking, well, why would she say that if you didn't do it? Well, you know, Karma's been a problem child, and she's always lied, and she's always done this, and she's always done that. So that's when the father made his exit. He had some business to take care of, and that was about some money and drugs and things that had been stolen and what have you. Okay, as the story progresses, of course, they found out who stole the drugs and killed the person and blah, blah, blah. Typical drug stuff. Okay. So back to Karma and the allegations of relationship with her father. While this is going on, the mom, and how this works, I really don't know. The mom has gotten DNA from the father some kind of way or something to that effect, and had it tested in some kind of way. I don't know how that worked, to where it proved that he had been having relations with his daughter. During the course of this testing, the mother had them run the gamut. And the results of all these tests being run, Karma has AIDS, HIV. When they said that, I thought I was going to die. I have screamed. The plot twists in this movie is awesome. I mean, the storyline is so good. You never would have thought. Hold your horses. That's not all. Okay, so when she finds out all, the results to these tests, of course, the mother confronts the father with this information. And she tells the father, why did you do this? What's going on? Why were you doing this to your daughter? And he says, I didn't do that. That's not true. She says, stop lying. I have the evidence right here. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I want you to know, since you were doing that, Karma is HIV positive. And of course, his jaw drops. And he says, well, she didn't get it from me. She couldn't have got it from me. No way. Said, I've been tested and I'm clean. I'm clear. I'm this. She said, you're lying. You have to have it. And he says, why? And she says, because I have it. Dun, dun, dun. Again, another jaw drop. This movie, right at the end, I mean, they dropped all the bombs. And you never saw any of this coming. You never saw it coming. You never would have guessed. Okay. So, the father, he had his bombs to drop too. So, he says, well, even with that, I use protection and I'm tested regularly. And while we're divulging information and dropping bombs, and we're all coming clean, he said, why don't you come clean, Miss Mom? And she says, what do you mean, come clean, of course? He said, you've been lying to me all these years. She says, what are you talking about? He says, those children aren't mine. Again. Dun, dun, dun. Another jaw dropper. It's like, oh my God, they just kept dropping them. She says, what? He said, I had a vasectomy 100,000 years ago. Don't play with me. I thought I was going to die. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes once they're found out. Oh, my God. It hits the fan then. Somehow or another, of course, this causes all kind of trauma and drama, and people are running scattered willy-nilly and all that old craziness. And the daughters find out. The mom has to tell Karma that she's HIV. Karma also finds out that she's pregnant. Another. And it's from the so-called father. This movie, by the end of the movie, the father was killed. They killed him. It was just craziness. Excuse me. It was craziness. But it was a very, very good plot twist. You never see anything coming. It was a really good storyline. I suggest, of course, Tubi movies are B-rated movies, but they're good. They really are. I watch Tubi all the time. I love Tubi. I love Tubi. I suggest that you watch Karma. Karma, of course, is not a movie for children. Karma does touch on a lot of situations and problems that we have in our communities. It's good for that reason. We need to listen to our children. Mind you, I'm not an advocate of let children do whatever they want to do. No. That's the reason why you're the parent. You're to raise the child. The child is not to raise you. So there's no discussion with that. Discipline your child. Otherwise, they'll be coming up trying to discipline you. And you are the one that's worked that 80-hour work week for them shoes that they got on. And you are the one that's breaking your back for the groceries that they eat. And they're going to tell you what to do? No, that's not how it works. Raise your children. Your children do not raise you. But we have to listen to our children. Allow our children to talk to us. If something is wrong, our children need to be able to come to us. We are their parents. I suggest, if you get a chance, watch this movie, Karma, on Tubi. Again, I want to thank my subscriber. Yay! DJ Dana G. My very first #1 subscriber. Yay! I think that's all. As we go along, we'll get better. We'll get funnier. We'll be more in depth. I'm just starting. I'm just learning, and I appreciate you learning and starting with me. Again, I want to thank you for watching GSKP Movie TV Current Event Reviews. Have a great day.